Zombie in the Cubicle, a tale of undead integration. In a world where zombies had taken over, life was far from typical. Streets were overrun with the undead, and businesses adapted to accommodate this new, gruesome reality. Amidst this chaos, one zombie named Zedrick was determined to prove that the undead could coexist with the living. He had a job, a small apartment, and an unwavering sense of ambition, even though he was now part of the living dead workforce. Zedrick's day began like any other, as he groaned his way out of bed, his limbs stiff and lifeless. He had an alarming habit of forgetting that he no longer needed to sleep, leading to zombie-style snores that often terrified his neighbors. Today was special, though. It was his first day at his new job, and he couldn't wait to show the world that zombies could be just as productive as the living. After a quick breakfast of canned brains, Zedrick shuffled his way to the bathroom, where he attempted to brush his teeth, only to realize he'd mistakenly grabbed his toothbrush and used it to brush his hair. Typical morning mix-up. He left his apartment and walked down the zombie-infested street, passing fellow zombies as they lumbered along, arms outstretched. The sun had never looked so gloomy. Finally, he arrived at the Living Dead Integration Corp., his new workplace. The office was a decrepit building, half fallen apart, with ivy crawling up its sides. Inside, the atmosphere was just as dismal. Zombies and living employees shared desks, although the zombies were separated from the living by glass partitions to prevent any unexpected snack incidents. Zedrick was assigned to a desk next to a living coworker, Sarah, who had been working there for years. Sarah was known for her efficiency and, most importantly, her intense fear of zombies. She had barricaded her desk with garlic, crosses, and an emergency air horn. Zedrick, trying to make a good impression, attempted a friendly greeting. Mornin', he groaned, causing Sarah to jump and nearly hit the air horn. Yikes, Sarah exclaimed. Good morning, I guess. She eyed him nervously. As the day went on, Zedrick made numerous blunders. He spilled his coffee all over his keyboard, releasing a horrid smell that sent his coworkers scrambling for air fresheners. When he tried to photocopy a document, his fingers went right through the paper, leaving a mess of shredded pages and broken glass. The office janitor, a skeletal zombie named Morty, shook his head disapprovingly as he cleaned up the mess. During a team meeting, Zedrick's attempts to contribute were met with blank stares and horrified looks. He couldn't stop groaning while trying to articulate his thoughts, leading to awkward silences punctuated by the occasional gasp from a nearby colleague. Meanwhile, his senior manager, Mr. Grimsby, was known for being both scary and demanding. He had a reputation for having a bad temper, which, unfortunately for Zedrick, extended even to undead employees. Zedrick's clumsy attempts at impressing Mr. Grimsby only led to more fear and exasperation. As the day neared its end, Zedrick decided to try one last time to fit in. He overheard Sarah talking about her upcoming blind date with a living guy named Dave and decided to offer some dating advice. Sarah, if you want to impress Dave, you gotta, be yourself, he moaned, trying to sound encouraging. Sarah blinked in disbelief. Did you just give me dating advice? From a zombie? Zedrick shrugged, accidentally dislocating his shoulder in the process. Yeah, I guess so. That evening, Sarah couldn't stop laughing about Zedrick's dating advice. She told Dave, who happened to work in the same building, and soon the entire office was buzzing with laughter. Even Mr. Grimsby couldn't help but crack a rare smile. Zedrick may not have become the model zombie employee that day, but he had unwittingly achieved something more important. He'd brought humor and unity to a place filled with fear and misunderstanding. The next morning, his coworkers greeted him with smiles, and Sarah even offered to help him get a handle on office tasks. In the end, Zedrick proved that even in a world where zombies had taken over, a sense of humor and the willingness to be yourself could bridge the gap between the living and the undead. And so the Living Dead Integration Corp. Became a place where both zombies and living employees could groan, laugh, and share their peculiarities, finding common ground in their differences. If you like this story, please subscribe. Thank you.